this right here. All right. Yeah. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Els.
Yeah, knowledge on this beat.
You know what I mean? And we now introduce y'all to Table Talk. You feel me? I like this beat though.
For sure.
Who this you say?
Dr. Dre.
What's the name of the song?
Message.
Dr. Dre dropping the beats like always, you know what I mean? Yo.
It's that old school 2001.
Damn, 01. What album this off of?
Shit. I don't even know, but they don't tell me. But Dr. Dre, that's all I know.
I like this, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Alright. Yo. Alright. Cut the beat real quick. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said, this table talk for you. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a few different topics to talk about tonight. You know what I mean? Like I said, your boy Els. I'm a little brother, Young Knowledge.
Young Knowledge over here.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep the actual factual to y'all niggas. You know what I mean? So let's talk a little bit about me so y'all can kind of know where I'm coming from, and then you can introduce yourself and let everybody know about you. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
A regular guy, you know what I'm saying? New York City made me. Dallas raised me. You feel me? I decided to take the entrepreneurial path. You understand? So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being out here rocking the same clothes that everybody else is rocking. You feel me? I said, you got people out there that likes rocking Gucci and, you know, Prada and all that other shit like that, but that's never been me. You know, that's never been my swag. That's never been my forte. Every time I went to the mall, you feel me, I could never find something that I actually like to wear. You know what I'm saying? I would go to the mall, or I would go to like Macy's and stuff like that, and it just seems like a lot of me wasting time, you know what I'm saying, or wasting money on a lot of stuff that I really didn't fuck with like that. So I was like, you know what? Let me make something that I actually want to wear, you feel me? So then I decided to come up with the name Filthy Billionaire, you feel me? So it was a long back and forth, you know, discussion as far as like how Filthy Billionaire came into the mix. I was working with a partner on it, you feel me? And then, you know, things went a little south. And I decided to keep the name going, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to stop because it's something that was always my vision. It was something that was always my passion. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep this motherfucking train moving, you feel me? So what does Filthy Billionaire represent? Filthy Billionaire represents, one, it's an affirmation. When you're rocking Filthy Billionaire and you're looking at it every day, it's pretty much like a reminder to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like never giving up. The goal is to make $1 billion. You feel me? Because me making this $1 billion means that my family, for generations and generations and generations, is set up forever. You feel me?
Facts.
You know, not even just that. It's just me showing people the way. You feel me? A lot of people don't really have that person, or a lot of people don't really have. I know me, for example. I didn't have that growing up. We didn't really have that growing up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Pops left at an early age, so it kind of just felt like, you know, the man part, we had to kind of figure that shit out on our own. You understand? So I feel I went through a lot of like trying situations. Moved out my mom's crib when I was like 19 years old or whatever, and I was just thrown into that world. You feel me? You know, a lot of stuff came fast, and it was just me having to figure out a lot of shit on the fly. You feel me? So I picked up a lot of knowledge along the way, Young Knowledge. You feel me? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just a representation of myself, and it's a representation of, you know, just the grind. You feel me? And just showing people like, yo, you don't have to start from money. A lot of people think that you got to start from bread in order to be successful in this world, and it ain't even that. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah, I started from the ground up. You know what I mean? I'm a young nigga that had a vision. I'm a young nigga that had like a dream, and I never gave up on mine. You feel me? So when you go to school, a lot of people say, hey, you supposed to be this. Go to school and get a diploma. Go to school and get, you know, your bachelor's, your master's, and all this shit like that. But that's never been me. I never really could find, I guess, a subject in school that could teach me to be what it is that I wanted to be. You feel me? I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be, you know, I could play basketball, but I knew that the NBA wasn't me. Football, I don't like getting hit like that. You hit me, I want to slap the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't me. So, you know, I was like, I bet, you know what I mean? I just wanted to be myself, you feel me? And even in school, even with the projects and everything like that, everybody would kind of write like, yeah, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I want to be the best lawyer in the world. I want to be the best doctor in the world. I want to be in the NBA. I want to be this. I want to be that. I just wanted to be me. And I always said that. And I always let that shit show in everything that I've done. So, you know. But yeah, that's just what I represent in a nutshell, 50 billionaire, you feel me? And I get the knowledge, and a lot of people get this information. A lot of people get information, or a lot of people learn a lot of the tricks to the trade, and they keep that shit to themselves. And that shit is kind of messed up because it's like, it's so many people that's lost out here. So many people that don't have that influence. There's a lot of people out here that don't have that person that they can look up to be able to say, you know what? I want to follow this guy. You feel me? And in this world, this day and age, is ruled with followers. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you get on is like follower. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, follow me. Instagram, follow me. Like all this shit is just based on everybody. Hey, follow, follow, follow. Who you really following? Who's really like out here talking about some real shit? You feel me? So I just wanted to kind of lead by example. You know what I mean? And just kind of, you know, let my light shine and just kind of be that voice for the people who don't necessarily have one. You feel me? So. Just laying that ground, breaking that foundation, laying the foundation out, and just kind of doing what I do. But you know, that's just kind of me in a nutshell. You feel me? 50 billionaire. That's what I represent, and that's what it symbolizes. And yeah, you know what I mean. So tell me about you. Tell them about you, Young Knowledge. What's good?
Alright, yo, you know what I'm saying? Young Knowledge over here from the NY, you know me. Same kind of story. New York raised, Dallas. New York born, Dallas raised. I had to get that right. But shit, I mean, me, I'm over here just a young black entrepreneur trying to get money, basically. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Older brother right here, so he keep me on track, making sure that shit, my head's right. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I mean, I'm just trying to be me, trying to make sure that I make it for my family and make it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got a little girl to depend on me. I got my girl. Hopefully my wife, you know what I'm saying, depending on me. So, I mean, I'm just trying to make it, trying to do what I do, you know what I'm saying? I really can't talk about my story because my story kind of pertains to your story, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you.
Tell the people your story.
I mean, I ain't got a long story. I'm just keep it short, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, just out here just trying to stay safe, you know. First thing, I believe in God, so I keep my mind right, you know what I'm saying? So, and you know me, I just... If God point me in that direction, I'm going to it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like God put me in this position right now to basically either talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying, and y'all can hear my, you know, what I got to say. Maybe I could take from it, maybe I can't. Or, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, the word is not for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The word is for whoever it could touch. So maybe what I say today might touch you. Maybe what I say 3 weeks might touch somebody else. So, you know, like, I'm just here trying to, like, basically do my givings. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord gave me things to put on my heart to tell y'all. So I would tell y'all and keep y'all in the right path, to keep y'all focused, you know what I'm saying? Just like my big brother gave me, you know what I'm saying? He keep me on the track. I'm trying to start my little cooking, you know, 10% kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Check me out.
Shout out to the 10%
you know what I'm saying?
kitchen.
So,
whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a beast with cooking, you know what I'm saying? I love cooking. Cooking is my passion. I ain't gonna lie. I say food is porn, you know what I'm saying? So like, if I could sit here and I can give you food and I could cook it, you know what I'm saying, with all my seasons and how I cook, and if I give it to you, you could taste it, and you could like it, and you could love it, and you fall in love, it's porn for me, you know what I'm saying? It makes me happy. I feel blessed to know that what I cook for people or what I make for people, you know, makes them happy, makes them want to come back, makes them full. Like, because I've been places. I've been a lot of places, you know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of money on food that I don't like, or on food that I'm spending $50 on a plate, or 2 plates, you know what I'm saying? And then I get home like, what was that? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So at least I know that for a fact, whenever you eat my food, and I'm not going to say my food for everybody because I like season. So my food is seasonal, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying it's salty season, but you're going to taste every kind of flavor that I got in my food, you know what I'm saying? And it's juicy at the same time. So it's like, you know, like I ain't going to go too deep into it, you know what I'm saying? But just know, check 10% Kitchen out. And, we're here. I got a clothing line too. I'm trying to start my clothing line 10%, you know what I'm saying? 10% everything.
10%.
You know what I'm saying? So we here, you know what I'm saying? We loud clothing line, clothing brand trying to be. I name it 10% because I feel I ain't everything 10% because my part giving back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Giving back to the community, giving back to my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not in the sense of race, but we all God's creation. So therefore, y'all my brothers, y'all my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I try to give back to everybody and just trying to make sure that like everybody's blessed, everybody's is good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's living. As far as this virus going around, like I feel like this is the time I should have shined. You know what I'm saying? I should have been out there like you know, giving out to the people that don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But in due time, I will. In due time. God, it ain't my time yet. It was other people's time now, but God gonna put it on me to, when my time comes, I do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. That's 10% kitchen. Same lifestyle as my big bro. Came from the same place. I probably didn't see as much stuff that he seen, but same place, same family, same household, same thing. So the story ain't gonna be different. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So.
right.
That's me. That's him. Your knowledge.
And it's so crazy, man, that you talked about that. You talked about, like, because I try to do everything that I'm passionate about. Growing up, everybody kind of says that you have to stick to this one thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to be this one way. Like, growing up, and even in my adult life, like, I heard a lot of people saying, like, yo, you're just focused on way too many different areas right now. Like, why don't you just kind of just pick one? And it's just kind of like, what the fuck for? You feel me? Like, I know that I'm great in a lot of different areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I'm great with words. I know that I'm great with, like, creating. I know that I'm great with, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything I put my mind to, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I just kind of, like, shoot myself short and just kind of, like, focus on one area? You feel me? What I've noticed is that, I do a lot of reading. That's one of my hobbies that I've picked up along the way, and I never thought that I would be the bookworm nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, back in high school and shit, like the nerds, I'll be like, yo, nerd ass nigga, like, what the fuck? But it's so crazy because, like, it's facts. When they say that if you want to hide information from somebody, you have to put it in a book.
Yes,
because
sir.
nobody's gonna look there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because, like, even right now, I see it because I suggest certain books to certain people, and I'm like, yo, maybe you should read this.
Yeah.
And people want the fast forwarded approach. People don't want to do the actual work themselves. They're like, oh well, how many pages is it? And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, it's like 300 pages. Ah, hell nah, 300 pages. Can you just give me the Spark Notes version? Like, everybody wants a handout. You feel me? And it's so crazy because there's so much useful information in these books that if you just take the time out to kind of like read and understand what's going on, you would be better off in the long run. You feel me? And it's crazy because a lot of people say that they can't do these things or they don't have the time to do X, Y, and Z. But when you think about all the shit that people distract themselves with every single day, you have the time to do the shit. You just don't want to do the shit. Like, to think about it. How many people, me and you, for example, how often are we on our phone looking at Instagram or Facebook or whatever the hell else social media site it is? When you do the research, and even not even just that, YouTube and all this other shit that we doing on the phone, my phone, if you have an iPhone, blue message gang. If you got an iPhone, you feel me, that shit lets you know what your screen time percentage is every week.
True.
You feel me? So when it sends me that update and it says, hey, you've been on the phone for like 50% of the time or some shit like that, it's like, yo, what the fuck was I doing? What did I learn? Me being on the phone for 50%, what did I learn? I didn't learn shit. You feel me? I'm just surfing the fucking web at this point. But it's a lot of useful information, and just like what you just said, to piggyback off of that, like when you said my time, you know what I'm saying, whenever my time comes, I look at it a little bit differently. I'm reading this book right now called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Check that book out. This shit is a beast, you feel me? I got like 100 and some pages left, but that shit just has my mind like, but it focuses on the power of now. You know what I'm saying? So what it's saying is that a lot of people kind of, they're trapped in two different places. You're focused on the past or you're focused on the future, and none of that shit even matters because the past is already over. There's no going back to that. So why are you still dwelling on mistakes that you've made or shit that you should have done, that you could have done, would have done, and that you didn't do? It's a wrap. The future, that shit ain't even here yet. It's not even a guarantee that it's gonna get here. You understand? So the only thing that we ever have is the now. That's the only thing that we have. That's the only thing that it's ever been. Because even in the past, you were operating in the now at the time that it was the past.
Yeah.
And even when the future gets here, you're still operating in the now. So it's always the now. You feel me? So when you get these ideas that come to your mind, and it's just kind of like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to do this. The time is now. You feel me? It's no maybe later, or maybe if you got the means and you got the opportunity to be able to do certain things at certain times, you got to just take that shit. You feel me? So yeah, a lot of these books just kind of like got my mindset totally different. You feel me? And it's crazy because we don't come from that type of family. You feel me? We don't come from the type of family that kind of like focused on books and everything like that. The biggest milestone was fucking graduating high school. You feel me? Because like me graduating high school, that was a big thing for me because it wasn't too many people in our family that even reached that milestone. You feel me? So
I'm not even gonna say just the family though, but it's more for like, it's probably most of the races, but mainly black races. Most black men don't really finish past the 9th grade, and they do. Some people go on to 10th grade or whatever. But the worst I ever heard was somebody dropped out a couple days or a couple weeks before graduation. Like, that don't make sense to me. As a black person, you already know we get put down. You know, we go through the most. We went through the most. So therefore, for us to graduate, it's a milestone. So if you got a black person that didn't graduate, people look at them like it's the other. I'm gonna say other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna throw nothing out there. But you got the other people. You got the other people sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to my little sis. You know what I'm saying? Little sis just walked in the building.
Young Stony Life.
Hey, check her out too. You know she got her own clothing brand too. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
so
man,
hey, the family working. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurs. We all here. So
What?
Yeah. So,
oh, you can be in here, you know what I mean? You can clap.
Yeah, so but yeah, you know what I'm saying, like I was saying, like for those but yeah, like, you know, just to say, like, you know, like just to graduate, you know what I'm saying, is a big milestone for black people, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because black people get put down so much, and I'm so for black, you know what I'm saying, no matter how wrong we do each other, no matter how we put each other or how we see each other, remember, we God's people, we the chosen ones, you know what I'm saying? We was put here for a reason. We wasn't put here to go against each other. We wasn't put here to fight each other, to kill each other, you know what I'm saying? If we have any animosity, it should be to the people that did us wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not our own brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, I heard something a while ago. It was like, basically, if everybody was to get kicked out and go back to where they supposed to go, Mexicans could go to Mexico. White people is gonna stay here. You know what I'm saying? Chinese gonna go to China. Where black gonna go?
White people are not even from here though.
Yeah, but this is what this their country though. They took over this country.
Right.
So therefore, they're gonna stay here and kick us out. So it's like they were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, basically where the black people gonna go? Because Africa don't even want black Americans. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us in their country.
Allegedly.
Yeah. They don't want us in their country. So therefore, if we just going off allegedly, you know what I'm saying, like, where we gonna go? We stuck. So that's why they're trying to kill us. You know, kill as much as they can. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this virus, and they taking weak people minds to where it's like, okay, cool. You know what? We can manipulate them to make it seem like we cured them when they killing them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they killing all of us. They killing all black people. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a Mexican going in the line again. You know what I'm saying? Getting the same treatment we get. I don't see. Mexicans might. Yeah, Mexicans might.
They getting it. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get those points, but like, I look at it from a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give animosity towards anybody. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? When you understand like how this world works. And, you know, shout out to the people that believe in God. If you don't, I don't know what the fuck you got going on. But, you know, shout out to everybody that believe in God. And I'm not even talking about just from a Christian standpoint. I'm talking about believing in God just period. You feel me? So whether you're Muslim, whether you're Buddhist, whether you're Christian, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, as long as you believe in God and you understand, then I fucks with you. But, you know what I'm saying, like, when you understand, like, the overall concept of what God symbolizes is love, you feel me? Even if these motherfuckers is doing shit in a way that we don't necessarily agree with, like, yo, you know what? I still love you. I still love you at the end of the day, because me hating you or me despising you or me, you know, feeling any other way towards you other than, you know, a feeling of love, that's only that's only hurting myself. You feel me? So it's crazy. But, you know, just to piggyback off of what you were saying, though, as far as, like, you know, us, you know, if we were to, like, leave and everything like that, like, yeah. But, you know, white people aren't even They're not
Yeah,
even from the United
that's true.
States. You feel me?
That's true.
They're of European descent. You feel
Yeah.
me? They came over here with the New World when they, the Christopher Columbus shit, and they did
Yeah.
whatever they did. If you guys don't know the story, I don't want to get into it, but go
Just,
look it up.
I'm gonna throw it out there, not to cut you off. But if we throwing facts out there, this is a Indian given country. Indians was here first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, like,
Native American.
yeah, Native American Indians. I mean, it come from the same descent, but after a while, they get separated. But it comes from there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm with you. I'm here with you.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, it's all about love at the end of the day. And we'll get into that in another episode later on down the line, because I could talk about this all day long. But, it's unfortunate because, like, we already are born, once you're born black, you're already born with your back against the wall.
Man.
You're already born
Preach.
with, like, everything stacked against you. You
Preach.
feel me? Like, I can't go in there and get the same job as, like, Billy Joe, for example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Billy
you know what I'm saying? I can't get it. Leon Smith, you feel me? I'm fortunate enough that, but your name is, we're gonna say knowledge, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's facts though, you feel me? They automatically judge you when they see that application come through, you feel me?
Especially the first thing they see is black on the race.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the first thing they're gonna look at. So when they say black, they put you in the black pile. You know what I mean? So it's
and
like,
I don't even understand why that has to be like a criteria. I don't know why that has to be like, if I'm filling out an application and I'm trying to get a job somewhere, I don't understand what the fuck that purpose has. What does it serve?
Yeah.
It doesn't serve a purpose.
Maybe they think that the black people is gonna slack off. The black people ain't gonna do their jobs. The black people don't care about shit. So they think that the white Billy Joe is gonna come in and do what he's supposed to do on time or whatever he got to do, and without asking questions and shit like that. So it's like, it's kind of how they made us seem. They portrayed us to be, because it's hard working black people. It's black people, black women, black men that got 3-4 jobs trying to provide for their family. You know what I'm saying? They're still struggling. So it's like, it's the portray they put on us. They put on us that we don't work, we lazy, we like to just be slobs, and we gangster, and we rowdy, and we like to cause riots, and we mayhem. You know what I'm saying? That's what they put on us. But when you think about it, everybody's the same. You got white people that do that. You got Chinese people that do that. It's Mexicans. Like, it's not a, that don't title a race. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't understand, like you said, I don't understand why they doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you should judge a person for the person, not for the color. You know what I'm saying? Because me and you could be different. I could be the slump. I could be the nigga that don't want to work, the person that don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? I could be that person that want to do whatever he want to do on your time. And you could be the person that's always on time. You always do your job right. You could always do that. So, but they going to see both of us as black, and they're not going to hire neither of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? They hate us so much. They're just giving you more of an idea to say that we the chosen ones. Because you got to think about it. You going to hate on somebody that's not doing nothing? I can't hate on the bum. Why am I hating on the bum? You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you have to hate on people that's doing better, or that you know for a fact that's better than you. You know what I'm saying? So for us, not saying that any race is better, but saying that, we the chosen ones, if you're going off of that, that's why they hate so much. That's why we get so much hate love, so much destruction, so much all of that violation. You know what I'm saying? Like, because be honest with you, you don't really see too many white crimes like that. Like the way other races, I'm not gonna just say one race, but the way other races get treated, it's not like how we get treated. Look at China right now, for example. This virus is going around. China made sure every black person, African person, can't go into any stores or hospitals or nothing. They is done. They kicked them out their apartments, their houses. They is stranded. Now,
Crazy.
Just to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they supposed to do? Now they more vulnerable to the virus because they stuck out there with people that got the virus, that got kicked out their house, or whatever the case they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just like that girl in a couple cities away. I ain't gonna throw out the location. You know what I'm saying? But she was online. She found out she got the virus. She went straight to Instagram. Hey, I got the virus. I just found out. I'm about to give everybody a virus. The next video you seen from her, she was in Walmart walking around doing stupid shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's crazy. It's the mindset of our people, and it's like, you really can't judge them. You really can't like be, fault them or anything like that, because it's all about like the upbringing and everything like that. Like I said, when you're born, especially being born black, your back is against the wall. Like the odds is already against you from jump. You feel me? So, like I said, we didn't have anybody to kind of like prep us or get us in the right direction. Moms did the best. You know what I'm saying? She did her thing. Like that's the definition of a hard working ass individual, because she did it with 4 or 5 kids, and she made sure that shit did what it did. But you can't. You know what I'm saying? You being a mother, you can't really teach a man how to be a man.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel
true,
me?
that's
So
true.
shout out to all the single mothers out there that's raising
Shout
these
out.
kids, that's raising these sons, for example. You feel me? Because it's a tough job. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
Hey, shout out to the fathers that stayed around, you know what I'm saying? That's
Facts.
raising your kids right, you know what I'm saying?
facts. you
For
feel me?
example, us too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
man.
here, we in our kids' life, you know what I'm saying? We making sure the best. He got 2 sons, I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, we got a lot to learn and we got a lot to teach.
And that's
Shout out.
and facts, and that's the reason why I went ahead and took this approach, because, like I said, man, you're already born at a disadvantage. You feel me? So it's like you're.
Hey,
Yo.
you can get the computer, fam.
Where's that? You got it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna come get after this whole finish.
Alright.
Shout out to my little brother Vaughn, he in this whole.
Shout
Hey,
out.
go ahead, give your gamer tag out, cause this nigga B said gamer. He a gamer, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, catch that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Give your gamer tag
That
out.
nigga play Xbox though. That shit whack.
Yeah,
I
but
play
people,
Xbox.
hey, but I'm not gonna lie, Xbox is whack, but it be a lot of streamers on Xbox, a lot of good streamers, you know what I'm saying? People that be on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all making money.
Get your
you know what I'm
gamer
saying?
tag. Get your gamer tag, boss.
It's Eternal.
Eternal. Go ahead, Eternal Eagle, you know what I'm saying? And any underscores, any dashes, any.
I thought it was Fly. I thought it was Fly Eagle.
No, that's when he was younger. He grew
Oh,
up.
he grew
that
up.
nigga,
Oh.
he went from Fly Eagle to Eternal Eagle, you know what I'm saying? So he's still an eagle, that mean a nigga flying, you know what I'm saying?
Eternal with it.
But shout out to him.
Facts.
But,
But
back
yeah,
to
like
what
what I was saying though, you know what I'm saying? You're already born at a disadvantage as it is, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't have the proper guidance, you feel me? Like, you don't have that person that's just constantly in your ear, like, telling you the right things to do. And then a lot of the times you get influenced by negative influences, you know what I'm saying? Especially depending on where it is that you grew up at, you feel me? If Mom Dukes didn't take us from New York to move to Texas, like, what would our life have been like, you feel me?
I tell everybody that every day, every time I talk to anybody that like when I try to tell them like what God did for me and how like God changed my life, because God didn't have to take us out of New York.
Facts.
I already know the person I am, I would have been in jail, or I would have been dead because I would have been in the wrong gang, or I would have been like, like I would have been shot a couple people. Like it would have been wrong. Just knowing me, you know what I'm saying, and then knowing like how our family is, you know what I'm saying. So like I think about that all the time. Like I probably wouldn't have been the person I am. I probably wouldn't have been like changed to like to make the better of me. You know what I'm saying. I probably would have been out trying to make worse of people. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So like. I thank God, bro. I would thank God for everything all the time. So you would hear me thanking God all the time, because if it wasn't for God, this wouldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have made change my not even say change my mind, but like get in a good mindset to keep a family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like you said, like we didn't really have that figure to like show us, all right, this the right way. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, like I always thought that just seeing and like looking at you and looking at other people, like I feel like having a whole bunch of females was the way, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, like I always thought like I gotta have every female in the world, or every female in the world gotta have somebody like me or something like that. So like if it wasn't me or my crew, we gotta get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I went from being like that, not even caring about them, to like now I care so much about my family, to where it's like shit, nigga, like I would die for them. I go to jail for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I thankful for God for everything He did. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
And that's a good mindset to have, you feel me? Because like that's what I envy. I ain't gonna say envy, but that's what I admire about you. You feel me? Because you have technically, in a sense, what I want. You feel me? Like I got two kids, you feel me? I got two kids by two different baby mamas, you feel me? But at the time that I was with those individuals, I was operating unconsciously out here. Like, I was just going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep, waking up, and I wasn't even in control of my fucking self, you feel me? Like, I don't even know what my thoughts were on, you feel me? And if I was more conscious of the situation, it definitely would have played out a little bit differently. But you know, God don't make any mistakes. You feel me? Things happen the way that they happen, and I'm just glad that those experiences shaped me into the individual that I am today. Because there's a lot of people out there right now that hasn't even gotten to this point yet. There's a lot of people that's still going to sleep, waking up, and just going about their days, not knowing what the fuck is going on.
That is true.
And it's crazy. You feel me? And
Just hold on, let me not to cut you off, but I'ma just add to that. You know what I'm saying? Throw your age out there if you want to.
31, baby.
31 years old, and you know this. It's niggas out there that's 40, that's 50, that's 60, that's 70, that probably died and still don't even have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like the younger you is to get that mindset, well, for the ones that want to change, you know what I'm saying? The younger you is to get that mindset, the better you is, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, be honest with you, who want to go through their whole life child support until until you can't pay that no more? It's people out here with, like, 7 kids that's paying child support. I know this one dude I went to, truck driving school with, you know what I'm saying? He got like 5 kids, about 4 different baby mamas paying child support for all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like why would you want that on yourself? You know what I'm saying? Right. So like for the people that's out there that's watching, you know what I'm saying, the ones that can take something from this, just basically do for your family. You know what I'm saying? Don't put all that extra. I'm pretty sure everybody heard happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's your girlfriend or your spouse or whatever it is, but that's true. Why go through all that extra drama?
To a degree.
Like what?
Yeah,
that's facts. I ain't gonna throw it out there, but you know, but like just why? Like why go through all that extra shit when you can minimize the shit by doing better? Just like in life, with God, with everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about businesses. Cut all that extra, like how you always tell me, cut all that extra thinking out, you know what I'm saying? Do. Be more of a doer than a thinker, you know what I'm saying? Because when you think about shit, if you like me, if you got a mindset like me, I think about it, but then like I don't know why, but my mind turns to thinking about what the worst can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you start thinking about the worst thing happen, and that holds you back. Like how you said, you your own enemy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you start thinking about the worst can happen, then it puts you in that point where it's like, okay, now I'm stuck here because I'm scared to go forward. Because once I move forward, what if this happened? What if I put all my money into this and I go bankrupt? What if I do this and nobody come buy nothing from me? Or what, you know what I'm saying? So stop thinking about what if, because if you're passionate about what you do, people gonna like it. I'm not gonna say that everybody in the world gonna like what you do, but at least I'm gonna say 20, 30, 40% gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's more to get you wealthy. That's more to get you to the point where you got a crib on your own, or you got a car and you got to share cars with nobody, or you know what I'm saying, like whatever people going through. That's more to get you above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I think that the problem with people is they get that and get too greedy. You know what I'm saying? Just like gambling. It's like a gambling problem. You know, when you people go to the casino, you know, and they just like gambling. They just like, they like to put like $20 in a machine, $100 in a machine, and then they play that $100 and win like $2,000, and then think that they could change that 2,000 to 5,000, and then they play that 2,000 back, and then they going home with less than what they had.
Thanks.
So it's like you can't be too greedy. Take what you get, be happy for it. If it's more coming to you, it's more coming to you. You just gotta, you know, like not saying wait on it because of what you say, you know, you gotta be in the now, but just don't be greedy. That's all it is, you know, and that's a sin. Being too greedy, eating too much, wanting too much, anything of too much is a sin. You know what I'm saying? So just be happy and thankful for what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts. And I mean, you talked about a lot of different things that I want to kind of go ahead and touch on, and because we kind of bouncing all over the place. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it all ties in. That's why I appreciate this little talk that we got going on. Yeah, I mean. But yeah, so it's all about, just like you said, being thankful. You know what I'm saying. And I think you said like, you know, all right. So let me go back off the fact of what you said as far as like, don't think, just do. You feel me? You have to think. You feel me? Like you have to think, because like that's where anything that's in this world right now, it started with a thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cars started with a thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Internet, all that shit started with a thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Filthy billionaires started with a thought. 10% started with a thought. You had to be like, oh, okay, cool, this shit came to mind, boom. But when you think about it, don't overthink and shoot yourself in the ass by thinking too much. Because now it's just kind of like you have a good idea, and if it makes sense to you, you just gotta go. You feel me? If you got the means to be able to make sure that this shit can happen, go ahead. Because what happens is the devil gets in your mind. Got it? Because, and that's the thing. A lot of things out here in this world wants your mind because your mind is a powerful thing. You feel me?
True.
So everything that's created in this world is all geared towards taking your mind away from whatever it is that God has your mind set on. You feel me? So that's why you have so many people that waste so much time throughout the day just in this motherfucking unconscious ass state. Just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit around and watch Netflix all goddamn day. What did you learn from Netflix? You ain't learn a goddamn thing. You sat here and watched all these damn episodes, and it's like, yeah, finish the episode, finish.
Trying to catch up on love and
like,
hip hop and Black Ink
all
Crew
that,
and
all
all this stuff that don't do nothing for you.
Nothing for you. It's crazy. And I can't even fault people for that because I was the one. I was one of those. I was sitting there and I'm just sitting there like, damn, tuning in till next week. I can't wait to tune in next week to see what it is. And don't get me wrong, there's some shows that I still watch every now and then, like Power. Fucking love Power. You feel me? Like Ghost, my nigga James St. Patrick. I fucks with Power, but at the same shout out to Power, shout out to 50. Yeah,
50 doing his thing right now.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I fucks with it. You feel me? But at the same time, you gotta understand, like, you gotta do that shit in moderation. You feel me? Like, if I want to watch a certain show, all right, cool. I'm not gonna dictate or put all my time into these shows. I'm not gonna sit here and binge watch anything. You feel me? Like I can't even sit in front of the TV for too fucking long, especially now. Especially because I became a reader. I can't even just focus on that shit because I'm like, what am I learning here? You feel me? So, going back to my point, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to think, but don't just think. You have to do as well. So it kind of works hand in hand like that. Think and then do. You feel me? Plan. All them books that I got out there, I have so many notebooks. Like I have so many spirals of me just writing my whole fucking life out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote all this shit out. You feel me? From the poetry, from Filthy Billionaire, from everything that I'm working on right now, I have a plan for all this shit. So now instead of me just like going to work, for example, like a lot of people don't even understand that you're hypnotized. You feel me? You don't even understand that you're putting the priority of $1 over everything in the world. You're putting it over your own fucking happiness, and it's crazy. You feel me? You don't even understand that you're doing that. You waking up in the morning, you going to this place that you hate to get this money, get this allowance, get this check.
You right, allowance. Go ahead and say allowance. That's allowance.
Getting this allowance.
Because you still got to pay taxes, so meaning you getting that. Well, they take taxes out the money, so therefore it's kind of like your mama giving you the allowance to say, well, I'm going to take this from you because you forgot to wash the dishes on Tuesday.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, allowance.
It's crazy, you feel me? So you're programmed, you know what I'm saying? But you have to break the programming at some point. You feel me? Because if not, you're going to spend. And this is how they want you. This is what they want from you.
Yeah.
They want you to be in this hypnotized state to where you're focused on coming to this job all the fucking time, working day in, day out for all these fucking years until you turn 65 or whenever they feel like, hey, you know what? Appreciate it, Pa, but you know, I have to get the fuck on up out of here now. Now you looking at it and you 65 years old and your life is gone and it's like, what have I done this whole time? But if you break that shit and you start thinking and you start realizing like, all right, cool, what brings me happiness? You feel me? Because you said happy life, happy wife, happy life. Yeah. And I said to a degree, like you have to be happy. Happiness starts from within first, because if you're not happy, it doesn't fucking matter who the hell else is happy, because if you ain't happy, you're going to be the cause of your own fucking destruction. That's going to cause you to go out there and do all kinds of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's searching for this happiness, and it's nothing that can provide that happiness but you. You have to go in within yourself to figure out what it is that actually brings you this happiness. So once you figure out what it is that brings you this happiness, now you're thinking a little bit differently. You're like, okay, cool. I didn't know I was good at this. Now that I know that I'm good at this, okay, now I'm writing the plan out. Now I'm figuring out what it is that I can do to get me to the level that I want to be at, or get me to the position where I can make this thing that brings me happiness, let it bring me money at this point. You feel me? So now you're planning. You feel me? So it's like, all right, cool. Now I know what my happiness is. I'm finding that shit within myself. So instead of me going to this job that I hate every single fucking day, getting my paycheck, and then blowing it on the Friday that I get paid to go get drunk and doing all kinds of other stupid shit, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You can, or keeping up with the Joneses. Motherfuckers is buying all these Jordans, buying all these clothes, buying all these cars, buying all these houses to keep up with motherfuckers.
Not to cut you off, but if y'all going buying shit, come buy 10%, come buy 50 billion there. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to buy. But go ahead, I ain't mean to cut you off.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's like you buying all this shit that doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like investing that money towards yourself. You feel me? So
or a
now,
house or a car.
yeah, I mean, not even a house, like not even a house or a car. You invest the shit. I would say invest the money into you first.
Yeah.
Because what's gonna end up happening is, all right, cool. Let's say you work all these years, right? You stack up. Let's say you stack up $20,000. You know what I'm saying? It took you like 5 years to save $20,000. You throw all that $20,000 into this house. Now, guess what? Your bank account is at zero.
Yeah,
so now you got to start all the way back over working for this fucking job that you don't even like to do it, to let another 5 years pass to get back to $20,000 again to do what with? You know what I'm saying? So now you're in this cycle like, all right, I got this house that I have to keep up with now because it's a mortgage now. And if I fucking default on my mortgage, that shit is going to show up as a foreclosure and it's going to show up for the next 10 years and it's going to fuck you up if you don't make those payments. So now you're trapped in that cycle. You're forced in that cycle. You feel me? And that's what separates a lot of the other like races out there. And that's why so many people excel. And I know we kind of bouncing all over the place, but at the end of this whole shit, you're going to see how this all ties together. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's so in a rush to get the fuck out. Everybody wants to grow up so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just like, yeah, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm
Tell
out.
me why? Why? Because they mind.
They mind is crazy.
Yeah, they want to run around with their boyfriend, the girlfriend, because sex is what the partner put onto them. You know what I'm saying? They want to like. Basically, they don't want to do things that's going to help them. They think it's helping them, but at the long run, what you really doing? You causing babies. You causing child support payments. You causing insurance. Like, you causing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm picking back enough of what you're saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's such in a rush. But when you look at, like, everybody, like, especially from the black community, you feel me? I think that we have it the worst. Yeah. Because everybody's, like I said, it all goes back to the upbringing. You feel me? Everybody's just kind of, like, programmed. You feel me? Everybody's looking at TV. Everybody's looking at the way that these people are living, and they don't even understand that all of this shit is fucking fake. Yeah. You feel me? Everybody's looking at, reality shows that ain't even fucking reality. They just like, yo, I want to live like that. I want to be like this person. So what do? They're like, yo, as soon as I get, this job that's paying me X, Y, and Z, I'm moving the fuck out. All right, what you gonna move out and do? Now you moved out. Oh, yeah, I'm moving out just so I can pay rent and all these other motherfucking bills. And I'm going to have fun at my job. And I'm going to sit in this motherfucker till I retire. Like, that shit is dumb, bro.
That's true.
Like, they say that the average millionaire, and I study these motherfuckers, you feel me? Like, being that we didn't have that person growing up, I'm not gonna ask a motherfucker who isn't a millionaire how to be a millionaire. You feel me? Like, you've never done it. You feel me? So there's nothing that I can actually learn from you in that regard. You feel me? So if I know, that's why my name is Billionaire. You feel me? That's why I put Filthy Billionaire. It's a motherfucking affirmation to myself because these are the motherfuckers who I study. Yeah, their methods are a little bit different. Some of them do, you know what I'm saying, are kind of evil with their approach and they do fucked up shit, but I'm connected to God. You feel me? So I'm giving back. You feel me? Yeah. Me giving my knowledge, I'm giving the shit back. You feel me? So like, it's not that I'm trying to get to this point and it's just like, yeah, I want to shit on motherfuckers. No, I want to get to this point and I want to show everybody how the fuck to get there also because I know what the fuck it's like. I know that we don't have that motherfucking guidance. I know that we don't have the proper people in place to show you how to get these things done. I know this for a fact. So all the information that I'm taking in, I want to spread that shit out to people who's interested in doing the same thing. I'm not going to give it to you for free because shit, I had to spend money on this shit. But what I am going to do is I'm going to point you in the right direction and show you exactly the steps that I took. If you want to take it upon yourself to take that same route, you're going to have to read. You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to do some homework. This shit don't happen overnight. You feel me? But like I said, I follow these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I follow them to the T. You feel me? And the average millionaire has 7 streams of income.
That's true.
7 streams of income. So when people ask me like, yo, why you working on this? Why you working on that? Why is your mind all over the place? Because I'm not thinking like motherfucking dummies. I'm not taking a dummy approach. You feel me? Yeah. I have kids. I have a motherfucking family. And even when we're no longer here anymore, we still have our bloodlines here. We still have our kids here to where they have to have the blueprint in place. You feel me? So yeah, I'm busting my motherfucking ass. Yeah, I'm trying to get more than 7 businesses because shit, that's how the successful people do it. But you don't have people to teach you that shit when you're young, especially in the black community, you feel me? Because everybody just wants to get out. Everybody just wants to be grown. Everybody just wants to do all this bullshit. But if you sit down and you really just think for yourself for a second, it'll make a world of a difference. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's nothing on these fucking shows on Netflix. It's nothing on these shows on TV that's gonna show you how to find your own internal happiness. A lot of these shows, a lot of this shit on TV, a lot of this shit on social media, it's all geared towards making people hate themselves.
True.
You feel me? Like chicks going out there, putting all this makeup on, doing all this, getting their asses done, getting their breasts done. Niggas out there doing, cosmetic shit as well, like getting their noses and shit done. Like for what?
For real.
What's like what's going on? You feel me?
It's like not saying a conscious thing, like something that you hate about yourself. It is, but like what you're saying is, why change? If God made you in His image to where He feel like you supposed to look, why? Like, who are you to go and change that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you're not God. You're not Jesus. So therefore, you don't have the ability to go change. Like, I mean, you do because you got the finances. But when it comes down to it, come on, man. Like, God put you here looking like that for a reason.
Facts.
And everybody have their own soulmate. So because you over here, running through different people, that don't mean that's your soulmate. Just because you found love that you thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always going to be that one person that's on earth that's going to be like, you know what? I love you for who you is, without makeup, without surgery, without anything that you can get. I love you for who God made you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't change up for somebody. Don't even, just basically be who you is. Love who you is, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to find that one person. You might have like thousands. Oh, hell no, I don't like that. Oh, you ugly. Oh, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you start doing these butt shots or titty implants or nose jobs or facelifts and stuff like that, then people start, oh my gosh, you fine. But you got to find that one person that feel that you fine from the beginning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, people always looking for things that's not for them.
Right, then when you get all that shit done, you attracting the wrong type of people.
Oh my God.
You attracting the wrong,
For
you getting the
real.
wrong type of attention. You feel
Basically,
me? And then you get mad. You feel me? You get mad because you like, oh, I got all this shit done, I did all this shit, and then you get mad because you get with the motherfucker that you found out ain't shit, and then you mad because you wasted all this time
What you
because
gonna do?
you wasn't being yourself. You feel me? But yeah, like I said, and to just go back, you feel me? So like, it's like, all right, cool. We do all this shit because, everything is geared towards making you hate yourself because, like I said, you didn't have the proper influence to kind of get your mind on track, you feel me? But then, like I said, just going back towards like the other nationalities and how they do it. They value that shit. They value the idea of family. They value the idea of, hey, stay here, stack your money. Everybody put your money together to do something that's beneficial towards the cause. You feel me?
Who's the only race to not do that?
Blacks.
Thank you. And it's so crazy. Why? Because we was always told to hate each other from the beginning. So it's like whenever, not even, I ain't gonna say the beginning, but from the beginning of what you know, from what the history books tell you or whatever anybody else tell you, they would sit here and tell you. They wouldn't tell you that all black people loved each other. They want to tell you that we was all one nation. We it was no hatred. It was always love. We make sure everybody was good. We look out for each other. They're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna tell you what slavery happened. You know what I'm saying? That you did this to your brother and he did that to you and this and that and all this stuff happened. So it's like kind of like making you hate yourself and making you hate them, your brothers.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like making, after you think about all of that, it's not only making you hate them too, but it's making you hate the person that did it to you too. So it's always gonna cause animosity. It's always gonna be hatred. It's always gonna be like violence because of that right there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that like racism. Why is it still racism to this day? If slavery didn't happen since so long ago, you know what I'm saying?
That shit is instilled in our minds.
Because
bro.
it's still people it's still Caucasians and white people that's sitting here telling their kids, teaching their kids, not even just about like hating black people or racism, just about because I was always told like, why do a lot of people grow up loving the devil? Because that's what they was taught in the beginning stages. Because they believe in the devil and they worship the devil, so therefore they gonna instill that.
The devil? Who are you talking about?
The devil lovers. I'm not sitting here. I know a couple people, but I'm not gonna say the names. You know what I'm saying? But like just for the people that enjoy hatred or that love the devil and seeing the crimes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So for the people like that, They just gonna basically instill that into their youngins, and then they youngins gonna grow up thinking that, and they gonna instill. So that's why we always have racism. That's always why we have like a lot of hatreds, like far as devilish stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Because they always instilling that to the youngs, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when do we break the cycle?
Yeah, that's the fact. But I mean, the thing is this, like we can't. You have to focus on your. So this is something that I'm big on, the circle of control. You feel me? Like you have to, and what that it means is that it's a lot of shit that's going on around you. There's gonna be so many different things that's happening in the world, on your block, in your community, wherever. But you're only responsible for the things that you can control. You feel me? So where does that start? That starts with internally me. Like I can control the way I feel about things. I can control the way that I choose to respond to certain things. A lot of people can't control that shit because a lot of people are out here just kind of like operating, like I said again, unconsciously. Everybody's just kind of like, and then the crazy shit is people are letting their emotions. Yep. That's the most fucked up. That's gonna always cause people to always be in this low vibrational place. By letting your emotions control you instead of instead of yourself controlling your emotions. You feel me? So like I said, let's go back to like our people, for example. You feel me? Why is there so much crime? Why is there so many people that's out here in the black communities that out here killing each other? It's because you're operating based off of your emotions. Everybody, like I said, when you're born angry from jump. You show these bright ass lights as soon as you come out. Oh, doctor slapping you in the ass. Boom. That's everybody. But like I said, it's even worse from the black standpoint because now you're growing up through life, especially if you don't have those positive influences in place. It's like, all right, cool. I'm fin to think for myself out here. And then even for example, like it's so many fucked up situations because like, for example, like primarily in the jails, for example, the jails are filled with mostly blacks. You feel me? Like they're the ones that take up the whole jail system. You feel me? So that's somebody's father. You feel me? And a lot of these people that's in jail, you know what I'm saying? Granted, some people deserve to be in that motherfucker because they're letting their emotions dictate their actions. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a lot of people that's in there for stupid ass shit. You're taking these fathers away from these kids who cannot raise these kids.
Don't forget
the right
about
way.
the people that got falsely accused just because they was black.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So you got all this negative shit going on, and it's like you taking these positive influences away. So now you're putting the burden of a single mother now having to fend or raise these children. Or you, like I said, even if it's not jail, for example, you got these unconscious brothers out here that's just operating, stupidly. They're out here fucking everybody and all that, and then, you know what I'm saying, the mother leaves them because they're fed up. They're like, no, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with you no more. And they're out the picture. So it's like, you don't have that influence. It's so many different things that's going on that's taking the head of the household, the male figure, out the picture to where these kids are now growing up. These kids are our future. You feel me? So these kids are now growing up, and it's like, all right, cool. I have to learn this shit on my own now. And depending on what your surroundings are, depending on what your upbringing is like, you now are a product of your environment at that point. So whatever you see, whatever it is that you're growing up around, that now becomes you. So let's say if, you know what I'm saying, I'm brought up in the projects now. My pops ain't there or whatever the case is because he's locked up. I'm brought up in the projects. I'm outside every single day. So now I'm playing with my friends. What are my friends doing now as we're growing up? They decide to go in different directions. You got some of the kids that decide to be like, you know what? I got hoop dreams. I'm going to go play in the NBA. But for the most part, that's very few and in between. For the most part, you got people out here that's just like I said, a product of their environment. They like, yo, I got to get money fast because I need bread. Yeah. These jobs ain't trying to hire me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody going to pay me this money that I want to get paid? And even if these jobs are going to pay me, they're not paying me the money that I want. Yeah. You feel me? And that's where people fuck up at. People keep like I said, you prioritize this dollar so much. Get that motherfucking, I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but get that motherfucking job. And it doesn't matter what it is that they paying you. They could be paying you $10 an hour, $7 an hour. It doesn't fucking matter. You need to have a motherfucking plan in place, bruh. Get that plan in place. Figure out what it is that you bring to the world. And it doesn't matter if it's $7 an hour, $5 an hour, $20 an hour. Put that money to use towards yourself. You could start a business. That shit is easy. But you got to make sure whatever it is that you're doing, you're passionate about it. And you motherfucking dedicate 110% of your time, effort, energy, blood, sweat, and tears into that motherfucker to get yourself out of the situation that you're currently in right now because you and your family deserve that shit. You feel me? So I don't know who needed to hear that, but yeah. So, it's that part. You feel me? So it's like it's crazy.
I don't even mean to cut you off, but you also gotta tie into the fact that the government is putting these drugs in the community so we can do it, so we can sell it. Because if you think about it, do you really think that black people, or because black people is the main term of selling drugs or something like that. Whenever you think about selling drugs, you think of a black person gonna sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of, now I'm gonna say that's how it started. Yeah, everybody else, all the other races like lingered into it, but that's how it started. They started in the black communities. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the government is gonna put, I'm gonna just say government. The government is gonna put these things in there so you can do that. So they have a reason to kill you or lock you up, like you said, take you away from your families and stuff like that. So it's like it's always tied down to the government. The government want this population to do this so they can have a reaction to it, so they can react. It's always how they want to react. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it could go back to a couple of things you said too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the government. The government gonna lie to you. The government is gonna use the media. You know what I'm saying? The government is gonna use most of these damn athletes and celebrities because what? They sign their contract. What they sign their contract to? They sign their soul away. So therefore it's like once you sign your soul away, you have to do what these people telling you. If not, what? You dead. Your family dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I did a lot of I watched a lot of videos. I did a lot of research on it, so I kind of know to extent how that go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to don't believe Instagram. Well, I'm gonna say don't believe most of the sites on Instagram that's telling you fake news. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe the president that's telling you stuff because the president gonna say whatever he got to say to win the election. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever he got to do to win your vote. You know what I'm saying? So and like when just to jump off a little subject. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, whenever he got elected the first time, he taught a lot of people dreams. He taught a lot of people dreams. Even all the white folks that voted for him. He got elected, and what happened? He ain't do nothing he said, or at least he ain't do half the shit he said. And what? Most of the white people that voted for him was mad. They was angry. They started causing white people causing riots. It's crazy because it was like everybody known black people to cause the riots. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you listen to this. You listening to somebody that makes themselves seem like they're like we could sit in here all day. And we could tell y'all lies. We could tell y'all a whole bunch of stuff that y'all want to hear, but why? If that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So if we could sit here and tell you the truth, just so everybody know the truth hurts. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you hear the truth about anything, it could be about the government, it could be about your spouse, it could be about your kids doing wrong, like anything. The truth is gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why listen? You know what I'm saying? Like like you said, you gotta read. You have to really do your research because if you just going off of one video on Instagram, oh man, that whole one video could turn your life around because it could be all lies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like learn, read, whatever. Like I'm not even gonna sit here and boost him, but listen to this guy. He's not gonna sit here and read books upon books upon books of pages of 300 long books. You know what I'm saying? To tell your lies. You know what I'm saying? So listen.
And I don't mean to cut you off. Don't even listen to me. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm gonna kick the factual to you because like that's my purpose to be here. You feel me? But I don't want you to just listen to me. I don't want you to just be like, yo, Leon said this or L said that. You feel me? I don't want you to say. I don't want that. I want you to be like, all right, cool. Where did you get this information from? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly where I got the information from so you can read that shit yourself. And then once you read that shit yourself, then you can actually do the research behind it because it's always going to be information out there for you to follow. And then kind of piggyback off of what you said as well, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the government and the president and all this other shit like that, like my mindset, the way that I am right now and the way that this conscious shit just kind of took over me is that I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like I don't give a fuck about the president. I don't give a fuck about the government. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because who runs my life is God at the end of the day. You feel me? So he's telling me how to move and how to operate out here. The government is going to tell you whatever it is that they want to tell you because they have an agenda that they're trying to fulfill at the end of the day. But like I said, it goes back to you. You have to focus on your circle of control. You know what I'm saying? The government can tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. The president can get out there and say, if you want to be frank about the shit, all of these presidents that been sitting in that motherfucking White House, they didn't do a goddamn thing. True. They haven't done shit.
And they all got one agenda behind somebody else.
My life has been the exact same fucking way from 0 years to 31 years old, nothing has fucking changed for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's nothing that they haven't done shit for me. You feel me? Like I don't pay attention to that shit, and it's so crazy because even right now with this COVID shit that's going on right now, it got everybody in the frenzy. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's fearful. Everybody's scared. What's the easiest way that you can control somebody?
Yep.
Through fear.
Fear
Is
fear
going
and religion.
Fear and religion is going to be the easiest way to control the masses of people. So if I got you in the house scared, hey, it's COVID out there, don't go out there.
Yep.
Everybody like, oh shit.
He could just breathe in your area of knowledge and you got it.
Look at how stupid people are acting right now. Like
buying out stores.
People buying out
like,
all the tissue. Nigga, what you gonna do with all that tissue?
Hand tie. Like but it's crazy because I could see I can't see none of that because y'all not thinking about other people. You know what I'm saying? You go buy 10, 13, 50, 6, like 50 rolls of tissue or whatever the case is. Even if they come, you may buy like the roll that come, like the case that come in a lot of tissue, but you might buy like 6, 7 of cases. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking away from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So now you living good, you in your lifestyle, you in your home because you got tissue for years. You know what I'm saying? But now think about it. You got somebody, your neighbor. He just ran out of tissue. What he doing? He using his little towel to wash off and wipe off and get in the shower and do what he gotta do. But then what he gonna do when his laundry detergent run out? Because I went in the stores, there's no laundry detergent either. So niggas are washing their clothes like a motherfuckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think people taking that much showers, but they washing their clothes. You know what I'm saying? So
it's niggas out here that it's so stupid how this shit is. Like, don't get me wrong. This shit is real. You feel me? It's really a disease. You know what I'm saying? How the disease got here. I'm not gonna talk about that. That's open up for discussion.
I will.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real. People are catching the shit. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's like people are doing they're doing the absolute most because you're scared. You feel me? I went out, like, for example, I go to motherfucking drive-through, you feel me? These motherfuckers got masks on, they got gloves on. You go to motherfucking Walmart, people walking through with this motherfucking Scorpion Sub-Zero mask on and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you're scared to touch you. Like, yo, no lie, I went to Taco Bell, right? I said, yo, let me get some extra, you know what I'm saying, Diablo sauce, because I like my shit hot, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? She was like, she acted like she didn't even want to touch my hand. She had gloves on. Yeah. One, she just dropped the shit in my hand. I'm like, damn, my nigga, like, what the fuck? You nervous? Even when you walking next to people, like, they got the motherfucking lines where it's saying, yo, you know what I'm saying, stand 5 feet, 6 feet back and all that shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Who that? Oh, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on here? It's like so many people are just so fucking scared for no reason. And they're not even just that, right? Everybody, every morning, like, it's like, what the fuck was people talking about before COVID got here? Yeah. It's on everybody's mind now. Yeah. It's on everybody wants to send videos. Everybody like, yo, check this out. I don't want to fucking look at this shit. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch the shit. I'm tired of seeing the shit. I'm tired of it consume. Like, I'm not letting it consume my life, but for whatever reason, it just happens to keep finding its way to me. And I'm at a stage where I'm good as far as being able to block shit out and continue to go on about my way. But it's a lot of people that aren't there. Yeah, there's a lot of people that let this shit get to them, and then it's like it's constantly on your mind all day long. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick tidbit real quick. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about it too much right now because it's a whole different conversation for a whole different time, and we're already an hour and 2 minutes in. But the law of attraction is this. Anything that you focus on entirely becomes a part of your reality. So if you want to sit here and you want to focus on all the negative and you want to focus on all this motherfucking COVID shit and you want to sit here and wrap your mind and your thoughts around this shit all day long, guess what's going to happen? It's going to end up knocking at your front door. And then what? Now you got to deal with that shit. You feel me? Me, I don't fucking think about that shit. I don't want to think about none of this negative shit. Why? Because I'm too focused operating on the positive level. You feel me? I have dreams. I have goals. I have shit that I'm working on. I don't give a fuck about what's going on around me. You understand? Preach. Like, the world is going to do what the world is going to do because the world has always done what it's always done. You feel me? It's going to always be that way. It's going to always be evil forces out there that's going to try to manipulate shit and get you to think in the way that they want you to think just so you can't achieve the goals that God put you here to be able to achieve in the first place. You feel me? So I don't want to hear about none of that shit. I don't want to see none of that shit. I want to know what's the and then what. Tell me what the next plan is. All right, cool. The COVID is here. It's here. Just like all the other fucking diseases that came. Ebola, swine flu, Spanish flu, smallpox, all this shit that got here.
just simple shit. The common cold, the flu.
The flu.
You know what I'm saying? Them hoes is more dangerous than this virus that's going around.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
And just to piggyback off of what you said, what was y'all thinking about before then? Like he said, because the virus was here around November, December last year. You know what I'm saying? So when niggas was getting sick and they went to the doctor and the doctor was like, oh, shit, the niggas dying, I don't know why. They didn't have a reason. They didn't have an excuse. You know what I'm saying? But now, this new year come and all this shit going around and COVID is the name. Now they putting their names on why people was dying last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, people, like, this been here. Just because that everybody coming out and putting a name on it, y'all gotta open your eyes. Like these 5G towers that they putting out, that the reason of all of this, I'm not gonna say too much, but the reason why all of this, you know what I'm saying, is like, come on, y'all ain't see this? You know what I'm saying? Just like how they say every year, I mean, not every year, but every so often that they do upgrade their towers to different Gs, it's always a virus, you know what I'm saying?
Flu-like
And
symptoms.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like it's everybody thinking, oh, virus. No, y'all don't. Yes, y'all do have a virus, but it's radiation virus that y'all have. It's from radiation because just like you stand in front of a microwave while it's on. It's the same radiation, but it don't produce as much. The microwave, the refrigerator, all that shit produce radiation, but it don't do it as much. So we don't think that. We don't think it as much. Yes, you heard when you pregnant, don't stand in front of a microwave when when it's on and shit like that. Yes, because radiation gonna fuck up the baby. But it's the same thing that it do to the baby that's doing to us right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that people always, oh, I'm sick from the flu. Yes, it's from the flu, but it's not the flu. It's the radiation poison that got you having these symptoms to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
But, I mean, at the end of the day, even if it's like, whether it's radiation, whatever the case is, it's still turning into the flu. It's still contagious.
Yeah.
So and it's crazy because I've done the research, I've done the studies, I've looked at all this shit already. So it's like a lot of people are kind of confusing it to say that, oh, the radiation it's the radiation flu. No, the radiation is causing you to be sick, and that sickness that you're getting in part of or because of that, it's still contagious. You still like this shit is still really going on out there. So don't just think that it's just the radiation, because it is causing people to become sick. But like I said, it still goes back towards, like I said, the area, the circle of control, because they want you. Let's look at COVID. I shouldn't even be saying this right now, but I don't give a fuck. COVID, right? What does COVID really mean? COVID-19. What does that really mean? Let me go ahead and give you some gems real quick. COVID. Certificate of Vaccination. 2019 is when it got here. I'm going to drop that on y'all real quick. Y'all do the research, but I ain't going to say too much on that. But yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? They want you to be scared. They want to tell you that it's all this and that, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to pump you with this bullshit. They want to go ahead and say, hey, guess what? Now, you know what I'm saying, we got this vaccination for y'all. Come get this vaccination because all you motherfuckers are scared. Let's go ahead and fill you with the drugs to help you with...
Just so you won't get
it type shit. And it's just like, yo, open your mind, bruh. Why you think all these motherfuckers is getting knocked off for shit? Why you think that Dr. Sabi ain't here no more? You feel me? It's shit.
Hustle.
It's shit. It's
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? Bernie Mac.
I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much. But what I'm gonna say is this. Look, open your fucking mind, bruh. It's shit that's put in this world. For every disease, there's a plant out there that's the cure for that disease. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
knowledge, my nigga, that's my name for you.
People just kind of gotta, and that's what I said. It all goes back to just stop operating unconsciously. Stop allowing other things to dictate the way that you feel about shit. When you slow shit down and you really just look at everything in the grand scheme of things, it's like, all right, cool. You're not waking up every day on your own. I'm not waking up every day on my own. It's a higher person. Yeah, God is in control of all this shit. So if God is in control of it, it's like, all right, cool. What does God expect of me at this point? If I know that God is here and I know that God is in control of all this stuff that's going on, he's in control of it all. No matter how many other people decide to think that they want to play God, the scientists out here thinking that they could do all this shit, playing with the weather and doing all this bullshit,
bringing back stuff to life and
like,
shit.
come on. At the end of the day, who is in control of it all? And if he's in control of it all, what does he expect of me? Whatever it is that he expects of me, that's what I have to do. But you have to think about that shit. You have to realize what it is that he expects of you. There's so many people out there that I ask. I'm like, yo, so what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that brings you happiness? What is it that you can see yourself doing? Nobody fucking knows. Nobody has the answer. Everybody's just like, I don't know. Like, I know that I want to make money.
But
like,
why is that? Because the government got them zombies, and that's what I call them, zombies.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to, at some point, at some stage, at some time in your life, you have to say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm tired of thinking this way. I'm tired of just having my thoughts all over the place, being engaged by all these other places. I have to do the internal work. You know how many fucking times I meditate? I can't meditate as often as I would like here because there's so much shit going on in this house. But I do find my quiet periods. I don't know if you guys do shower meditations, but check that shit out if you do, because that shit works. But that's where I'm able to just kind of like focus and just kind of like not think about nothing. Zone out, don't think about nothing, just focus on what it is that I need to focus on, clear my mind from all the bullshit, and just kind of become at one with myself, kind of visualize what it is that I have to do, but kind of figure out what the fuck my plan is, and at that point, it's like, all right, cool, I'm in a direct conversation with God at this point, and he's showing me the direction that I need to go. It's so much noise that's going on in your mind. If you let your mind just do whatever it does, it's all over the place. You got so many different things. You got so many people that just can't focus on shit because their mind is like, oh, do this, do that, do that. Like me, even me, for example. When I first started reading, my mind was all over the place. I would read a few few words, and then my mind is automatically like, yo, hey, damn, scratch your face real quick. And I'm just like, damn, oh, damn, you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Go downstairs and get something to eat. Oh, man, pick up your phone real quick. Let's check Instagram. Like, your mind just wanders off. But if you are able to kind of like be in the now and understand, like, oh, shit, snap out of it and focus. That shit would work so many fucking miracles, and that would be able to show you like the keys to life. You feel me? And there's so many people out here that need that. And like I said, let's go back to the initial shit. Like everybody, like the crime, and you know what I'm saying, how everything is going on from crime. Like black people just like, you know what I'm saying, killing each other, and the crime rates going up, and you know what I'm saying, just fathers not being there, being absent, and the government running your life and all this other shit. It all at the end of the day surrounds the way that you think. What is your mind focused on? Is your mind focused on the wrong place? You have to ask yourself. I ask myself that shit, and it's crazy because the book that I'm reading right now, The Power of Now, don't quote me on it because I'm probably summarizing, the shit that I ask myself. But it tells you to ask yourself or give yourself a quick little pep talk, like, how am I feeling right now? Am I the way that I'm feeling right now? Is that causing me ease or is that bringing me happiness? And if not, you need to check your fucking self. You feel me? Because like you don't realize that your mind, when people say like the mind is a powerful thing or the mind is a terrible thing to waste, you don't realize that the way that you think can cause so many fucking badass problems in your life. It could bring you sickness, because if you sit here and you thinking, oh man, sick, or you sit here and say, oh, I can't do this, and you don't understand that words.
Or that you fat.
Fat. Like words have so
the power.
It's a power. The power of life and death is in the tongue, man.
Shout out to Grandma.
Shout out to Graham Dukes for saying that, Grandma.
Pastor Grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Pastor Grams.
Hey, we be on the church line every night. You know what I'm saying?
We got
change it to Monday, Thursday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sometimes Sundays.
Facts.
So I'm trying to change it to always Sunday. So shout out to Grandma.
Yo, so if y'all trying to get on that prayer line, holla at me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely get you set up so you can get that fuel for your soul.
Just because they stopped church don't mean they stopped God from us for worshiping God. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
so look, tune in if you want to. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, look, we here, man. We only here for worshiping God, and that's the reason why we've been put on this planet to do what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
facts.
Don't block your blessings.
Don't block it. But yeah, like I said, man, it's just ultimately that's what it is, man. And I think that this is a good way to kind of like, I guess, classify rather this first this first show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The table talk. You feel me? It's just your mind. You feel me? Because everybody's out here operating unconsciously. Everybody, if you would just think for a second, should I do this? Like even if you're not Christian, but you could just listen to certain principles and just apply them to everyday life. Like for example, what would Jesus do? Yeah. What would Jesus do? Even if you don't believe in Jesus, but you know Jesus is a person of all love and doing things positively and everything like that, what would he do in this situation? Yeah. Would Jesus be out here knocking heads off? Would Jesus be out here, you know what I'm saying, having sex with a bunch of Would Jesus do that? You know what I'm saying? And if he wouldn't, why are you doing this shit? You feel me?
For
Like
sure.
Jesus ain't out you. Oh yeah, somebody stepped on my shoes, so I'ma kill this nigga.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because they Jordans and
Yeah.
you just bought them. Like, really?
Oh, this nigga, oh, he from the clique around the corner. I don't like them niggas. You don't even know this nigga. You don't even know him.
Yeah, and it's crazy that people put material over people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole person, and you thinking about, oh, that nigga messed up my shoes, or he messed up my fit that I was about to wear to the club, and it was all white, or he spilled the drink on, like, whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? And you having that thought, and you wanted to kill a person, or you wanted to make sure that he's very, very injured, or whatever, like put him, hospitalize him, or whatever the case is, or even not that, just cripple him to where he feel it for the rest of his life. Like, why?
For real. And
Why?
even fights and all that shit. Like back in the day when I was unconscious, I had a bad temper. You feel me? Like I was ready to just pop off whenever it was the time to pop off. And the crazy thing is, I'm not even that type. I'm a quiet nigga. You know what I'm saying? I like to chill, but for the most part, I always had that fire in me that was just waiting to be lit. Like I was just ready for a motherfucker to do something the wrong way because it's just like it's go time. You feel me?
True.
But then it's like, for what? You feel me? Like for what? So now when I think about it now, and it's like, yo, it's me. This is me right now. I'm the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm the nigga. I'm the one that's in control of this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even conversations with Kendra, for example. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her chiming in real quick.
Shout out to my
you know what I'm saying?
Kendra over there.
We would have conversations, and I would really have to sit back and think about the way my outburst was, for example, because it's like, why the fuck did I do that shit? And there's a lot of times where, you know what I'm saying, people...
Emotions. That's what you said earlier, emotions.
You letting the emotions run. Instead of you controlling the emotions, you letting the emotions
I feel like what you said, not to cut you off or nothing, no change the subject, but emotions run the world. You can't have the world without emotions because it's always love, it's always hate, it's always anything dealing with them things is emotions. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have, like, you can't go throughout life without having emotions. Because if you didn't have emotions, like, I can't think of the name of that movie, but I remember they remade the movie. But I remember Daddy having us in his crib watching it, and it was on a VHS tape. It was so old, you know what I'm saying, about the people they was sitting there and they was living life as regular people, but it was some kind of entity or like some kind of something came over and like took over somebody's body. It took over the first person body, and then like everybody else, they vomit in their mouth, and then whenever they go to, like, they make sure that they go to sleep. Whenever they go to sleep, it's kind of like they turn into this cocoon-like thing, and then like after they turn into a cocoon-like thing, something else comes out that have no emotion, but they stuck in somewhere else. It's another.
Talking about The Exorcist?
No. It's another movie. They remade it like not saying recently, as in like 2010 and up, but like recently in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? But this movie that he showed us was like black, like I ain't say black and white, but probably like when the first color film came out. We old, you know what I'm saying?
No HD, that shit ugly.
We old in the hole, you know what I'm saying? So like all these young kids, they don't know about VHS tapes and black and white videos and shit like that. Yeah, you know, like shit that looked like the film, like you took on, like, you know. So it's like it was an old school video, a movie, you know what I'm saying? And I can't think of the name right now, but they remade it. But it's kind of something like that, you know what I'm saying? To where they didn't have no emotions. Like no matter what happened, somebody could die, they could fall in love, they can get married, no emotions. You know what I'm saying?
That's how they trying to turn the world into right now. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to turn motherfuckers into this emotionless ass, just motherfucking vessel that's just walking around this motherfucker.
Don't give a fuck about nothing but the devil.
Look at how they try to, like, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when niggas used to go, like, to take mass killings, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was like a big deal.
Before you go into it, who was the people, I could say, behind the mass killings? Because
that
it's
part
always
don't matter. That part don't
we ain't
matter.
gonna say that. We know it's not a G, but it's always somebody behind them. Maybe they paid them. Maybe they paid their family off to make sure, like, okay, cool, you do this, we got you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pay you, like, just like for example, not to switch subjects or nothing, but far as now with this COVID, it's mass celebrities that got paid off just to say they got it, so people can be more scared.
Allegedly.
No, I know that.
Allegedly.
I ain't gonna say for a fact, but I'm gonna say I know that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said allegedly.
Yeah. So it's just like, you know, like from you, and I could tell that because of Cardi B. Cardi B don't hold her tongue off for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna speak her mind and shit like that. And I feel like not all the way, but sometimes I feel like Cardi B is speaking for the black or for the people, period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So she probably say shit that
I
most
don't
of
want
us
Cardi
would
B
say.
speaking for me.
I mean, I said most of us. She say shit that
Oh.
most of us would say. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she know she won't. She kind of like Kendra. She won't bite her tongue towards nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she feel like she can say whoever she, whatever and whoever she want to, whoever. She feel like she can say certain things. I have to say because she's still under that contract that I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? So you can't
Allegedly.
allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. You can't say too much, you know what I'm saying? So, but still though, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she kind of speak for us, like not for us, but she speak for some people of the, people type shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the people that can't really, most of the people that can't get her voice heard, they probably comment and shit, and she probably take pieces from them and probably say that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It just kind of you kind of like watch where the information come from. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said I don't want her speaking for me. Like no disrespect to Cardi B.
I love
like,
Cardi
you know
B. Shout out to Cardi B.
She,
You know what I'm saying? Offset, Migos, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all.
At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like
because I understand it. But yeah, but I feel everybody in the world should be like that because you should worry about yourself first.
Facts.
You know
and it's
what I'm
like,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? Cardi B shouldn't speak for you. Like, it's like, yo, all right, cool. It's at the end of the day, it's like, what makes sense versus what doesn't make sense.
That's true.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, cool. If you sitting here and you know that shit don't make sense, you gotta listen to Cardi B because shit don't make sense. Oh, this shit don't make sense. Let me see what Cardi B has to say about this.
No. I'm not saying like people tune into her, but like some things she say do make sense. So like you could tie things together. Like, but that's just it ties all the way back to what you say. Whenever you tell these folks on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever you tell them shit, you always tell them fact check it. So it's kind of the same thing. Fact check whatever you hear from anybody. It don't matter if it's the president. No matter if it's the celebrities, your idol, if it's not coming from God, fact check it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of lies. There's a lot of people paying people allegedly for lies to tell people. You know what I'm saying? So back to what he said, it's control. You know what I'm saying? So it's like basically if they could control, and another thing, control your mind. The two things that you said. So if they could control your mind. They can control you and your mind, it's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, your mind is way powerful than what people think. So like people sit here and like, oh fuck that, fuck this, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? Like you saying all that, but at the same time you just saying fuck your mind and fuck basically with the things that you got to learn, you know what I'm saying? Because you blocking that from you blocking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will block their blessings for as knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But they block their blessings and saying like, you know what? I know already. You know what I'm saying? Or I know this, I know that. But they don't really know nothing. They think they know. Or they might know like probably like 5% of what you about to tell them. You know what I'm saying? And they take that 5% and think it's 100%. They be good with it. You know what I'm saying? So
one thing that I don't like, and you know what I'm saying? I like people, you know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that I just don't like about people. Like, I don't like a motherfucker that gets on Google or gets on YouTube and then they automatically become a pro.
Yeah,
facts. Oh yeah, I looked at this video said this, so guess what? This is that, and now this is what it's gonna be. Like, look at this. It's like
even though they know it's wrong,
and it's like, all right, cool. I see that you got the information from here, but like, did you read up on it? Did you open up any books? Like, and I don't want people to think like people think about me and they think that okay, cool, this nigga think that because he opened up a few books that this nigga better than me. No, it's not that. It's just that I want to fucking know about shit before I open my mouth and say some shit. It's like, all right, cool. Let me make sure I'm giving motherfuckers the right information because if I lead a motherfucker in the wrong way, I'm fucking your whole life up at this point. And now I feel bad.
Now you just like the government.
I'm like the government at this point. It's like, goddamn, like, my bad. Like, I don't want to do that shit. So if I'm going to open my mouth or if I'm going to voice my opinion on some shit, if I open my mouth and give any kind of opinion that I have about whatever, just understand that the shit that I'm giving you is shit that I've read about. Like, I'm not no motherfucking Google finder or information I pull up on Google or YouTube and that shit is it. I might start from there. I might ask a few questions on Google, but then when I find the question, it's like, all right, cool. Is there any books on this shit? All right, cool. Let me see what I can read up on it. And if there are books on it, let me see what the ratings are. Let me see what people got to say about this shit. Let me see what the comments say. Okay, is it worth me reading this book or paying my own money to buy this book to obtain this knowledge? And if so, I'll buy it and I'll take a look at it. And then at that point, I'll voice my my opinion on it.
Yeah.
But you got so many people out here that just don't know shit about nothing, and they just think that they're experts because
Yeah,
they got
true.
this shit off these fucking websites, and they're like, oh, this is what it is.
Or they heard it from a source.
My friend
That's
said,
not, yeah, my friend, he
friend,
say, she say,
it's
yeah,
like,
like,
shut
yeah.
your stupid, shut your dumbass. Like, it's just like,
and it's what's crazy is that people sit there and listen to the dumb shit that they say. Like, in fact, in your mind that it don't even make sense, but you going with it because somebody said it. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that you look up to said it, so you going with it. Like, no, you can't even, sometimes, I'm not even gonna say all the time, but sometimes you can't even look up to the person you look up to. You know what I'm saying? Because they themselves have an agenda. And their agenda is for themselves.
Yeah.
So basically, if you looking up to them, basically they making sure that they paid. So they gonna do whatever they do, or basically sell you whatever they gotta sell you for them to make money. You know what I'm saying? And this world is really about making money. If you don't understand that now, then you should, because like basically they trying to kill up the poor. They trying to kill up the weak. If you can't make money for them, they don't need you.
Allegedly.
So it's like everybody that's born, you know what I'm saying, is in the government eyes profit. You know what I'm saying? Because we can make money off of you. If you can go to work, if you get old enough to where you can work, okay, cool. You can work at 16, 17, some states hire you at 15, 14, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you able to work, bam, you can work ever since the day you could first start working, you pay taxes. What is taxes? Taxes is profit from the government making money off of you, you know what I'm saying? Because taxes wasn't here when the world came about. You know what I'm saying? Taxes came about whenever people was trying to make money, allegedly, the government, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's you gotta think about it, man. If you can't make money for yourself, don't work for nobody else if you could do it for yourself. If you're working for a job for 15 years, you don't think it's time to quit and work for yourself and do that same thing that you've been doing for 15 years?
It's so many, and it goes back to what I said. People just don't know. People ain't thinking. Like,
zombies.
It's like, even the people that I talk to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like, even me talking to family members, for example, it's like, some people just don't know.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you can't fault them for that, because it goes back to what I said as far as like your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they only were trained to think one way. It's like, yo, I gotta go this way. I'm fast money is the only thing that I know. It's the only way. And then when so much time goes by and you're only programmed to think that one way, and you wasn't really, I guess, the one to go against the grain, it's just like, all right, cool. This is the only way that I know. So you spent all these fucking years of your life thinking it's one way. Now you're old. That's why they say you gotta utilize your mind while you're young, because as you get older, you're as old as you think you are. So some people think that, oh, okay, cool. Like, people would think, oh yeah, like I tell people all the time, yeah, just because I'm 31, nigga, I'm still young. Nigga.
That's
I'm
true,
still,
because time is a man-made thing. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's I don't pay attention to that time shit. You feel me? So it's like, I'm still young, nigga. I'm still kicking it. I'm still running.
Yeah.
I'm still doing what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I would never sit there and say I'm old.
Yeah.
I would never sit there and say, oh yeah.
I wouldn't even say old, because they said that old hair, like gray hair, is knowledge, wisdom. So
Right.
I'm saying you couldn't even say that you old, because whenever you get older, you get more wisdom, you get more wiser. So it's like,
Allegedly.
it's more like you're not old, but I guess you could consider yourself, just say wiser. You're not older, but you're wiser. You know what I'm saying? That's what most people say. So it's like I guess go back on, like, time is a man-made thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, basically, like you said, you the age you think you is. If you feel like you old, then you're gonna be old. If you talk about you being old, yes, you're gonna have old shit. You're gonna have back problems, or old bones, or aching problems, and
You got
shit that old people go. Big gay shit.
That's
You know what I'm
facts. And
saying?
you gotta pay attention to the things that people say. Like, when people constantly complain, when people constantly are like in this state of, oh, my knee hurt, oh, my back hurt, oh, this hurts, oh,
Facts.
that, or this, so you're gonna continuously feel that way.
Facts.
You're saying this shit, and I be trying to tell people this shit all the time. It's like, yo, watch the shit that you say. Watch the shit that leaves your mouth. Like, watch that shit. That's why I say filthy billionaire, nigga. I'm billionaire is the fucking shit that I aim for, nigga. Like, I'm not gonna say anything less than that.
Yeah.
And the way that I think and the way that I see this shit is like, when I go to sleep at night, me saying this shit every single day, me visualizing this shit every single day, like, I see this shit in my sleep. And it's so crazy, because a lot of people don't even pay attention to simple things like sleep. You don't pay attention to your dreams. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I got a little book that I got on the side of my bed, and I try to write down my motherfucking dreams that I can remember. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn. And when I write it down and I read the shit, it all plays a part into the shit that I'm thinking about as far as like what the next moves need to be made on my part. People just think that it's sleep. Oh, I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, and then that's just what it is. Like, oh yeah, my body feels rested. And do you remember your dream? Nah. So you just mean to tell me you just remember straight black the whole night, like nothing happened at that point? When I go to sleep, I make it a conscious effort to be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna remember something about this sleep that I went into, because when you go to sleep, certain things are happening in your sleep. Everybody think that this shit is just some kind of like motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, and that shit is not going on around you. Like, it's motherfucking things. It's things. Yeah. It's things happening, right?
Because they said that your mind is more active when you sleep than when you're awake. Right. So therefore,
your mind goes to different fucking places when you.
That's true.
Like, it's so crazy because I hit this person up, right? And I swear, bro. Like, I hit her up and I was just like, yo, it's so crazy because like the other night I had a dream about you, right? And it was like it was so vivid. And she was like, you know what? It's so crazy because I did too. I had the same dream. Like, I had a dream about you too. Like, how the fuck did that shit happen? Like, how the fuck did we get to that point? You feel me? Like, I'm here, you're there, but the same night we had it, like, we met up. Like, it's shit that happens, bruh. And like, let people will say, oh, you sound crazy. Like, oh yeah, da da da. But that's an unconscious mind. Like, people that's unaware of the shit that's going on around them, they would think that. They would think that you're
crazy. That's because they feel like they take dreams as being like just movies that's happening when they sleep, and they don't take it as being like thought processes, or they don't take it as being like you physically seeing this happening in the future. You know what I'm saying? So they don't take. Basically, they just take dreams as just dead end dreams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like their jobs, they just take it as take it. You know what I'm saying? Live with it. So it's like the people that don't really focus on their dream. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't sit here and tell you that I remember my dreams. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. On the Meek Mill song, I heard only people basically don't don't quote me because I'm kind of blurry with the lyrics right now, but they were saying that people is kind of like, 90% of people don't even remember what they dream about when they wake up. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. So that's true though. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you can sit here and, like me, for example, I ask my girl. Every time, even my daughter, even though she's young, but she's still aware of to where she know what she's dreaming about, because most of the time she talking about she dreaming about rabbits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it be rabbits chasing her and shit like that, I don't know what the cause of that, but she know that she's dreaming about rabbits. So I sit there and ask my girl, hey, look, what you dream? Like, every morning we wake up, hey, you know what I'm saying? How you do? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? How was your night? How did you sleep? What you dream about? You know what I'm saying? So like, whenever I ask the question, it's just like, what you dream about? Oh, can't remember. You know what I'm saying? You can ask me, what you dream about? I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? I can ask grandma, what you dream about? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. All I remember is blackness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
That's the thing, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got it. Like, you really have to... Your shit is so powerful. Your brain is so powerful. And, like, you have to train that. It's like a fucking muscle. Niggas ain't going to the gym just because they like that shit. They going to the gym because they want to build this muscle. They want to look a certain kind of way. Your fucking brain is a muscle. You have to utilize that shit. So whatever it is that you putting in this motherfucker, you got to understand that that's what's going to dictate your fucking life. So
shout out to Body by L's, you know what I'm saying?
Body by L's, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Holla at me. You trying to get your shit right, I got you. But yeah, it's like it's a muscle, you feel me? So like that's what, to go back what we were just talking about as far as like people not knowing no other kind of way. You just going through life unconsciously, and you just going through life based off of the situations that you were brought up around. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. I wasn't taught no other way. I wasn't taught to kind of open up a book and kind of train my mind. How the fuck you think I'm able to talk the way that I talk? And it's so crazy because people be like, oh, you curse so much. And at one point, I tried to tone my cursing back. But then, you know what I'm saying, I was just like, shit, I read something where it's like, shit, you cursing, that's the most successful people, they curse. You feel me? Because it's like you getting your point out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting it out in the you know what I'm saying, rah way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting it out in the way that I'm comfortable, and
but
you can still.
If you just to take everybody, because I'm not gonna say everybody grown, like not gonna say everybody, but you do have grown people. But at the same time, even though they grown, that don't mean that like they still like, you still gotta not treat them, but talk to them like how they was. You know what I'm saying? Like how they used to be talked to. Like kids, you know what I'm saying? Kids don't listen to you until you throw that curse word in there. You can sit here and be nice all day. Hey, clean up your room. Hey, you do this. Hey, do that. They're going, okay, and still do what they want to do. But when you use the F word or whatever word you want to use, that's curse word in your family, oh, they're gonna listen. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I kind of learned a different approach to that because I used to think that shit too. But then it's like I don't want these little niggas to be like, oh yeah, and they get at school and they get mad.
See,
Hey, man, fuck you,
yeah,
teacher.
see, like,
Like,
I
don't wanna
thought that
be.
too, you know what I'm saying? But I also seen, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of different videos and people talking, like, like it's better from it to, like, it's better from it to come from your family, like, from your household, so you can teach them and, like, show them the right way. Like, okay, look, these is bad words, don't use these. So if you know these is right way, instead of, like, from them going to the world and using them, because if they go to the world and use them, you know, it's no control over that. After that, it's like, okay, well, you ain't teaching me this. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm about to just do whatever I want to do because I learned this from there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like anything it is, like a lot of black people, not to throw races in it, but a lot of black people, for example, don't like to teach their kids about guns. But if you look on Instagram or YouTube, you see a lot of white people. They got all their daughters and sons at probably like 5, 6 years old, maybe younger, shooting targets and hitting them on point. And you got people that's, you know, like older people that can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's gonna have to be on the next show as far as like the parenting part.
True.
But one thing I want to just kind of throw this out there, like what you need that for, like what you need to learn how to. Why do kids need to learn? Kids need to focus on learning how to be kids first and foremost.
That's
Like,
true.
I get
That's
that,
true.
like
That's
you know, what I'm
true.
saying you got to be ready for whatever. But this ain't no Walking Dead. You ain't raising what the fuck the little
But
boy
at the
name
same,
is.
but you know, at the same time though, you don't know. It's the world. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's the internet. Internet is kind of just like the world. You don't know what you're gonna get when you log onto the internet. You know what I'm saying? So your kid or your son or your daughter could log into the internet and just see mad pornography pictures on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. Or they can go anywhere. Or they could probably just talk to their friends, and their friends is like super advanced to where they out there thotting or whatever the case is, and they come back and teach your daughter or your son. You know what I'm saying? Something that you didn't teach them. So it's kind of like now, since they learned it from their friends, they think it's cool and they think it's a trend or whatever. So they doing it, and it's getting into their head to where it's like, okay, you know what? This is the way of life. Just like how, you know, I thought that the way of life was, you know, having so many females and fucking these whole females and doing all this stuff, you know, like, so that's what they kind of think, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if it's coming from your household, like I told, like, for my daughter, Zaya, for example, I told her, like, I show her a real gun. I show her a fake gun. You know what I'm saying? I told her, like, hey, look, which one would, like, you know, like, if we came down to, like, you know, what is real and what is not. She felt the real one and she felt the fake one. And if off top, she knew the real one was not nothing to play with. So anytime she feel like it's, like, for example, you remember I bought, for Christmas, I had bought all them the little water guns that shoot the little pellets out. I bought them that. Baby, for example, for some reason, got Carla gun at the crib right now. So she seen that she had it, and it was different to her. So she seen the gun, and she put it on the table, and she said, Daddy, that's your gun. Take it. For anybody else that didn't know the difference between guns, real and fake, I'm pretty sure they would have picked it up and played with it like it was a fake toy gun. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter how heavy it was or whatever the case is. So I feel like you said, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to teach your kids at home first before they go out and learn in the streets. Because if you learn in the streets, it's going to be like, now it's kind of like I'm trying to guide you away from it, but it's too late because you already learned it from somewhere else. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like teaching is coming from home.
That's true, and like I said,
on another topic,
we'll touch on that on another time.
True.
But we're gonna have to get back to this part right here. So, like I said, like with the whole, you just gotta be conscious. You feel me? You just gotta be aware of your thoughts, because if you're not aware of your thoughts, it's gonna fuck up a lot of shit in your life. Like, it doesn't matter what it was that went on in your life. It doesn't matter about what your upbringing was like. It don't matter about what's going on in your environment, your circle, none of that shit. You can only focus on your circle of control. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't have nobody to give me the silver spoon. I ain't have nobody to give me the instructions. I pretty much was just out here trial and error with it. I fucked up a lot, made a lot of fucking mistakes, did a lot of dumb shit, and didn't even give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? But then the way that karma hits you at the end, all of this shit repeats itself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
history.
Life is just pretty much like a big ass lesson that you need to learn. And then once you figure out what it is that you need to learn based off of the lesson that you're going through at that particular moment, that's what causes you to go to the next chapter, to be able to excel and transcend in your life. But if you continuously let your emotions rule you, and you continually out here just kind of like acting out of pure anger, being upset about shit and just spazzing out, doing fucked up shit.
What they
You're
want
like,
you to do.
what they want you to
Yeah.
do. You're controlled at that point. You're playing right into the hand that they're dealing you, and then it's like your life is just gonna continuously be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck about none of that outside influence. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, and I try my hardest not to pay attention to like worldly events. I'm aware of it. Like I'm aware of COVID. I'm aware of like what's happening and like you know like what's going on in my area, but I don't let that shit fucking consume my life. I don't want to hear about it all day long. I don't want to see about this shit all day long because at the end of the day, I already know what the fuck it is that I'm focused in on and what it is that I need to get done. So let me hit y'all with a little bit of I guess I'm spiritual. So when people say, yo, you know what I'm saying, what's your religion, blah, 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 yeah, granted, you know what I'm saying, my shit is primarily Christian based because that's all that I know. But at the same time, I'm not going to shit on a Muslim. I'm not going to shit on a Buddhist because at the end of the day, we're all going in the same direction. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to get to, if I'm trying to get to Plano, for example, or if I'm trying to get to downtown. I could take 4 or 5 different highways to get to that motherfucker. You feel me? As long as I'm going in the direction that I need to go, it doesn't matter if I'm going this approach, that approach, that approach. At the end of the day, when you look at the facts behind it, it's all based off of one main principle, which is love. All that other extra shit is just extra shit, and that's the shit that's designed to throw you off track. You feel me?
And at the same time, it's only one God. No matter, okay, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to just say this is my, how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, I feel like it's one God, you know what I'm saying? And God always tells you that he's going to talk to you in your tone of voice or however you can understand him. So therefore, like, if it's Christian, he's going to talk to you in the Christian way. If it's Buddhist, he's going to talk to you in the Buddhist way. Like, whatever he feels he could talk to you or get to you for you to do the right thing or do what you feel like he's, like, you know, like, it's what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say this is true, you know what I'm saying? But this is just how my opinion about it. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, no matter your religion, no matter what you pray or how you pray, we all praying to the same God at the end of the day, no matter what the name is on it. So, basically, it's just, like he said, piggybacking off of him, don't down no other religion because how you feel or whatever the case is. We still praying to the same God. We still in the same, like, we all here for love, like he said. So, therefore, like, if you can't pick up your brother or your sister, what are you here for? If you can't help nobody, what are you here for?
That's
you know, God put you here. God put you on this planet to help one another. You know what I'm saying? To show love one another. So, even though that we on this devilish world, you know, I know you always heard hell on earth or whatever the case is, but at the same time, even though we living on hell on earth, you have to keep your mind focused. You have to stay focused to God and focus what's true, and God gonna see you through the way. He's not gonna put nothing in your past that you can't hold, you can't handle. He's not gonna put nothing in your life that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? He put things in your life, even though maybe the things that he put in your life, maybe it F you over, maybe it don't. But it's knowledge. It's teaching you things. It's teaching you the way to go and the way not to go. If you put something in your life that F'd you over, maybe it's showing you the path that, okay, I learned a lesson from that. I'm never going to go that path again, or I'm never going to take that again. You know what I'm saying? So you got to always think. You can't always just blame God and, oh, God put this in my life. Why he punishing me? Don't think about it like that. Think about God put it in your life where you can have knowledge and you can learn from it. Wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to learn God and you got to learn the way he works. And then once you learn that, life is good. I promise you. You wake up in the morning, you blessed. You able to eat today, you blessed. You wake up and you got a roof over your head, you blessed. So all these things that you know you would take for granted that you don't have, thank God for it. Because like you said, it's like not even race or whatever, but people in Africa, they starving. It's a lot of, they won't show you the rich side of Africa. They won't show you the healthy side of Africa. But yes, it's people starving. Not even in Africa. It's people in America starving. It's people in Europe starving. It's people in Asia starving. China, like, it's everywhere, no matter where you go, it's going to be somebody that needs something. You know what I'm saying? So do your best. Help out. If you believe in God, do what God sent you here to do and help one another. Praise him. You know, like, be here for each other. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to put us down, pick us up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to help other people out that's not doing good, help the people that you know that's doing good. That's know that, that you're going to give this money to them and they're going to help their family in need instead of, you giving your money to a corporation and they're going to just spend that on whatever they want to spend it on. And don't even care about you. You know what I'm saying? So like, just think. You know what I'm saying? Think of what y'all do. Put God first, whatever y'all do, and believe.
That's a fact. So you know what I'm saying. We've been at this motherfucker for a minute now. You know what I'm saying. So let me just go ahead and do the end recap,
Outro.
the
Let's
outro.
go.
You feel me? So let's go ahead and go break it down. You feel me? Yo, don't be out here operating unconsciously. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be out here just making decisions just to make them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what it is that you were brought up around. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? None of that. You feel me? You just gotta be in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You feel me? So I get it. Life is hard. You feel me? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you don't have the positive role models around to be able to show you the ropes. You don't have that side. You feel me? But what do you have? When you ain't have nothing else at all, whenever it is that you feel confused, whenever it is that you feel lost, whenever it feels that, you know what I'm saying, there's just no way, you got to understand that this shit is being ran by a higher man that's in control of it all. You understand? Who is that? That's God. You feel me?
Amen.
So if you out here and you thinking that this shit is just operating on your control, on your terms, the way that you want it to work, understand that you always gonna be in the fucked up place. You understand? So just understand that he's running shit. And the way that he's running it, how is he running it through? He's running it through love. So if you operating in any other way aside from love, just know that you off track. And as long as you off track, you're gonna continue to be repeating these same vicious cycles that's gonna continue to have you in the same fucked up place that you've always been in. All these things that's happening in your life right now, you gotta understand that shit is all lessons that you gotta learn, lessons that's gonna be able to make you transcend to the higher place that you're supposed to be, that he put you in here to be initially. You feel me? So as long as you got all these outside influences going on and you got all this noise that's going on in your mind, you'll never be able to understand and connect with God the way that you need to connect with him. So you just need to be able to tune all that shit out. If you don't know how to meditate, look it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Buy some books on it. Be able to be at peace with your mind. Be able to put your mind at peace, rather. You feel me? And then once you get that to that point, you're able to focus and you're able to understand what it is that brings you happiness. Now you're on the right track. So now at that point, all you got to do is just put a plan in place and understand what it is that God's asking of you. And as long as you got that part figured out, he's going to continuously point you in the right direction. Yeah, it's going to be trials. Yeah, it's going to be tribulations. Yeah, it's going to be shit that the devil throws in your way to kind of throw you off track. But as long as you connected with yourself and you connected with God and y'all speaking that language to each other, he's going to make sure that you come out of it all on top. So you just got to be focused. The world wants your mind. The devil wants your mind. But just like all these other outside influences want your mind, God wants your mind as well. So you just got to make sure that you're doing your part through it all. And, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is that's happening out here. Right now, we going through a certain period where it's scary out here. You know what I'm saying? It's the government is crashing. Diseases is popping up. All this shit is going on right now. But it's designed to be that way. Don't be scared. Understand that God got your back. And as long as you got that, and you understand that, guess what? You the chosen one. So as long as, what he say? God said that all his chosen people will be able to take part in the rapture when it's there. You ain't gonna be flying up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be ascending to this place. Heaven is a frame of mind. You feel me? That's what it's all about. Just like hell is a frame of mind as well. Everybody's going through hell right now. You feel me? This disease is causing hell. People that ain't going through work right now can't figure out how they gonna pay their bills. They going through hell. But once you start figuring out what it is that your purpose is, rather, and why you're here, that's how you experience and taste of heaven. And as long as you do whatever it is that God is asking you to do and you're going in the direction that he's telling you to move in, that's how you get to heaven. Like I said, it's a frame of mind, baby. So don't let your circumstances, don't let your situations cause you to be out here acting all irrational. You know what I mean? Focus on you. Focus on what it is that's required of you. Understand, like I said, it's all done through love. And once you figure that part out, shit, the rest is history. You know what I mean? So, it's your boy Els.
Your knowledge over here.
And this is Table Talk for your ass. You feel me?
10%.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all tuning in, Filthy Billionaire. You know what I mean?
10% in this thing, you know.
Yo, tune in next time. Feel me? We're going to have a whole boatload of shit to discuss. This video right here was just impromptu, so it was a little bit all over the place, but we're going to have it a little bit more broken out next week. We're going to have certain subjects and all that.
Just to teach you, so you know what's in store for y'all when y'all keep watching. You know what I'm saying? This is here. You want to bust a little freestyle off before we go? Instrumental or what? What you want to do?
I don't think y'all ready for it right now, but I do want to hear that beat again. Put it back on.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
stay
this
tuned.
shit. Yeah.
Check his mixtape out. It's coming
Yo,
soon. You know what I'm
the
saying?
table,
EPA there.
yo,
We here.
stay tuned. The table is on its way. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of big things rolled up for y'all. Filthy Billionaire, you already know the attire is already ready for you. So if you feeling what I'm saying and you feeling what I'm representing, go ahead and support. 10%.
Hey, for sure, you know what I'm saying? 10% here, you know what I'm saying? I got the kitchen going on if you want to, you know, fuck with me with the food and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? We also colliding with, you know what I'm saying, DTX bullies, you know what I'm saying? We got the
Stoner
bullies,
lifestyle,
we got the
what up,
bullies on
baby?
deck, you know
I
what I'm
see you,
saying?
young
So,
Stoney,
hey,
over there
whoever want a
sleepy.
little people of bullies, you know what I'm saying? Come holler at us, you know what I'm saying? We got the stoner lifestyle going on too. We colliding, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, we here, you know what I'm saying? Black owned business. Hey, support, man. Even if it's not even if you don't even want to support the black owned, you know what I'm saying? Just to support people that's just independent, you know what I'm saying? You're doing this stuff on their own, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't just gotta be about us being black, it's just about us trying to come up, trying to do good for our family, you know what I'm saying? I know, and it's crazy because y'all can always y'all always go run to Walmart or Target and stuff like that, but be honest with you, do they really care about you?
Do they really care?
Come on, man.
Do they really care? Yo,
Come on, man.
like I said, baby, it's your boy Young Els, it's your boy Knowledge. This
Hey, we
table
here.
talk, baby.
We here.
Tune in next time, you know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
like I
we
said,
live.
take control of your mind, you feel
Hey,
me?
for sure.
Holla
You
at
know
you,
what I'm saying?
peace,
Hey.
love. We love y'all, baby.
Hey, God bless. Hey, bless up. You know what I'm saying? We here. Hey.